This presentation is brought to you by Smoooth Productions.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Smoooth Conversations, where the conversations are always smooth. It is your boy Smoooth with 3 O's, and it feels good to be back because I haven't been on live in almost a month. Had a vacation celebrating the wifey's birthday. Shouts out to you, wifey. Love you. Also celebrated our anniversary last week as well. So doing a whole lot of things and just enjoying some time off, getting away. So I hope y'all have been enjoying the best of Smoooth Conversations. But once again, we live, we here, we doing it big, we are back. For those wondering, well, who are you? I ain't seen you before. I'm glad y'all asked. I am a professional DJ, MC, drummer, host. I do content creation like you're seeing right here. So if y'all need some shows, podcasts, or any kind of show you need, let me know. Anything in regards to productions, just think of Smoooth with 3 O's. And outside of that, gotta get my promo game on, right? So make sure y'all go ahead and check out Smoooth Conversations. Go ahead if you're not already on YouTube. Put in Smoooth Conversations, Smoooth with 3 O's, and like and subscribe, share, spread the word, and let's get even more people tuned in. So I need y'all who's tuned in right now to let them know, hey, Smoooth is on right now, Smoooth Conversations, and they about to have a great show. Also, you can listen every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, whether it's live or the best of on KBDR Beat District Radio. Go to beatdistrictradio.com or download the app on Google Play or on the App Store. It's an amazing app, high definition. Y'all probably just got done listening to my boy JD the DJ holding things down on the ones and twos. So shouts out to him for always doing what he do, leading into Smoooth Conversations. And then outside of Smoooth Conversations, you also have Smooth Moments. So y'all need some photography or videography or some amazing aerial drone services. I got y'all. Let's make it happen. Just go to smoothproductions.com. Once again, Smoooth with 3 O's, and let's make things happen. And then going back to Beat District Radio, if you have a business that you want to have sponsorship or you want to have an ad, just email Beat District Radio at info@beatdistrictradio.com. Once again, info@beatdistrictradio.com. Y'all say, well, hey, what are you talking about? So maybe doing a show like this one or others, doesn't matter what time slot that you want to choose. Any show can just shout out your business, talking about what it's all about. We all about promoting, supporting each other. We are a new station. Started up back in March and continues to get bigger and bigger and better and better. But we want to continue to highlight and expose so many great things that's going on, not just here in the Lou, but no matter where you at. So if you want to add, you want to shout you out, info@beatdistrictradio.com. Then you say, well, wait a minute, I heard sponsorship. Yes, so if you want to sponsor, maybe Smoooth Conversations or Bigger Than the Stage, or any other shows that we have on the Beat District Radio umbrella, make that happen. Email us info@beatdistrictradio.com. So that is enough so far for everything that I'm promoting. I know y'all are here for the first time. Thank y'all very much. I appreciate it. But tonight's show, this is a woman that I have, we crossed paths years ago. This is the first time I believe that we actually generally met one-on-one and had a conversation. But I reached out to her because I love to just see different things going on social media and following stories and then seeing where they came from to what they are doing right now. And tonight's show is going to be special because this woman here, she is a boss. She is a mother. She is a woman who has gone through adversity. When I say adversity, one of the things that we're going to highlight is her being a survivor of a brain aneurysm. We're going to talk about that and so much more. I need everyone right now to share this stream as much as possible to her peoples, to your peoples, whoever it is. And feel free to also leave comments throughout the show. Leave comments and I approve of it. It'll be shown on the screen so my guest can see it and be able to engage with each and every one of y'all. So with that being said, I want to bring on to Smoooth Conversations, where the conversations are always smooth. Now, government may call her Ky'Anna Fields, but tonight it's all about the brand, Serenity Bliss. How are you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. How are you? I cannot complain at all.
Man, I am doing incredible. Thanks for taking time out of your schedule to be on Smoooth Conversations. As I said before, we've crossed paths, maybe certain events. I'll talk about the one very soon, but just send you on social media. But once again, just thank you for trusting in me to being able to share your story this evening. I know you told me previously, like, man, I'm nervous. I'm like, what are you nervous for? And you said that you really share your story. So what made you want to go ahead and be on Smoooth Conversations and make it happen?
To be honest with you, my mother has played a very big part in sharing my story. She has been trying to convince me for years to share my testimony, and I've always just been very timid about it. I've been reluctant. I think a lot of it has to do with me just not wanting to relive the experience. But we're here, and she's been speaking to me about this. It's been touching my heart lately a lot, So for when you reached out to me, I felt like, okay, maybe this is the opportunity. It was a sign.
Yeah. Well, it's awesome. Shouts out to her for, putting in your head like, hey, you need to go ahead and share your story.
Yeah.
And I've said before, and I've had some amazing guests on the show in which certain things I just never knew about until they was able to be comfortable to share. And it confirms the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, because like I said before, there's so many people that's going through so much stuff that we have no idea about.
Yeah.
And it can be such a release after that story is being told. And we just hope that this evening that you all are able to just enjoy. Once again, leave comments if you have questions, because this is what this show is all about, man. We just want to get out, just be 100, be transparent, and just enjoy Smoooth Conversation. So the first question I have to ask is the name, Serenity Bliss. Because I don't know, for those who watch, who've seen you for the first time, tell everyone the backstory about Serenity Bliss.
Well, I'm first going to just describe the name, okay? The significance of the name. The definition of serenity is the state of being calm, peaceful, and untroubled. Bliss is perfect joy, perfect happiness, great joy, perfect happiness, I'm sorry. And I just think that these two things are something that we need. They're essentials that we need to navigate through this thing called life, successfully anyway. But it goes in conjunction with my story because with me having the brain aneurysm, I learned that in my situation, it was due to stress, just stress. And stress brings along high blood pressure. Our people, especially these days, we suffer a lot from high blood pressure. And there's a, high amount of us that is dying, from this disease. It almost killed me. What happened was I'm not sure if everybody knows like the back end of brain aneurysm and how they work. But for me, there was a vessel that popped in my head and I was leaking on the inside of my brain from stress and just high blood pressure, and it just exploded on me.
We're going to definitely get more into that very soon. So I tell you earlier because you just got here not too long ago, but anytime you see comments like this, that's your camera right there. So
my best friend Aisha.
There you go. So any comments, anything that come up on the screen, You can look right at the camera. You can show them love, talk to them right there, eye to eye. So that camera is all you.
Hi, bestie.
Okay, so shouts out to Isha. So bestie, huh?
Yes.
That's what. Since how long?
Where we at? 5 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, it was one of those like late blooming friendships that, you know, a lot of people don't get that, but we were blessed to find each other, you know, later on in our life. And she is just an angel. I love her.
That's what's up.
Yes.
So, shouts out to you. She says hi. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you go ahead and spread the word about Smoooth Conversation that your bestie is on right now.
Yes.
It's going globally, y'all. So we all across social media and on Beat This Radio, where the station is broadcast nationwide. So you never know who's listening, who's tuned in, the whole nine. So let's keep it going. So I brought up earlier in our doing my intro that we crossed paths, and you saw maybe a little glimpse of it, but it was back then about 6 years ago. It was this event right here. Tell me about.
Oh yeah. That was the event where you was bringing the vibes. I remember that event. I mean, you DJ'd there. Yes, you did. And it was so vibey to where I walked up to the DJ booth. I don't know if you remember that or not. And I was like, oh my God, you jamming. Like, you know, because I'm not gonna say we don't have a lot of DJs in St. Louis that's, you know, playing like the same genre of music that you do. Because we have a few, right, but it's not a lot, you know. And so just to run into just such a vibey DJ. Because, you know, when you're in an environment and, you know, you're moving around, you want to feel good. You know, you want to feel good. And you brought the vibes. And I said, oh my God, you jamming.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
So y'all book him.
Uh-oh.
Book him.
There you go. No, say it right there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There you go.
Book Fred, y'all.
There you go. Book Smoooth with 3 O's. But no, like you said, it was definitely a vibe. And I also want to show off this picture right here.
Which one? Oh, yeah. That was that same day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same event.
That was the same event.
So real quick backstory. This was shout out to Keisha from the Boat Brand.
Yes.
It was the grand opening of a event spot that she had
Mm-hmm.
down on the south side.
Yeah.
And we had this event where a lot of artists, vendors came through, and like you said, I provide the vibes. And there you go once again with the photo of Keisha. And that's well, you can't see me, but you see my setup right behind you. But yeah, it was and I appreciate what you said about, you know, just having that vibe.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause that's what I'm all about. Is I don't want to be like everyone else. I can only be smooth.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just stay in my lane, and I don't pre-plan anything. I just go with the flow and the vibe. And that's what I did, man. And I had a great time. And
that was a perfect environment. That environment was perfect for the vibes that you were bringing, you know. And I'm gonna give you your flowers. That's just the type of person I am. You know, I could be anywhere, you know, with anybody. And, you know, I just think it's important for us as people to give each other their flowers and let them know, you know, hey, you on the right track. Like, you know, you're doing good.
Yeah, because now on the flip side for me, like I said, because I never saw you before. So I saw you set up. And, you know, this is, like I said, about 6 years ago. And I was like, okay, she, you know, her come in the business, her just plowed out, set up, you know, and just having a vibrant energy. So you come over and show me love, that means a lot. And, you know, like you said, is we have to start getting to the point where we're not shy to show love and give flowers. Right. Especially during these times. With that being said, what has been your thought, or what has 2025 taught you so far? Because this year has been a whole lot. So what has 2025 just taught you thus far?
Honestly, nothing in 2024 didn't teach me. Mm-hmm. I just feel like this year, we are in what, September? Yeah. So we almost through the year, but I don't know. It's just, I don't feel like I've experienced anything different this year that I already haven't ran into. So I feel like, if anything, I would say it taught me how to overcome it taught me how to work through my trials and tribulations, you know, and that's something, like I said, it's kind of been going on anyway, but I think for this year, it was more so like, okay, it's time to just put the work in. You know what I mean? I mean, like, because I feel like, you know how sometimes you have a goal and you know, there are things that you need to do and sacrifices that you need to make to get to that goal. But you kind of play around, you know, it's a process, you know what I'm saying, to make a complete 360, you know, when you know it's things that you need to change about your lifestyle. And that's what I kind of feel like I've been doing, is kind of slow creeping it. But this year, I'm like, no, I want slow creeping.
Like,
hold up. It got to go down.
I feel you. Now, speaking of trials and tribulations, because earlier you saw the photo of, you know, the flyer, and then you and Keisha. And once again, trials and tribulations. So I was at a point in my life where I feel like I was on top of the world. You know, I just had recently a newer car. So I'm like, yeah, life is good.
Yeah.
Feeling myself. So after I left from that event, I go to my mom's house to pick up my daughter. This is 6 years ago, so she was 4 at the time. Pick her up, then we go right around the corner, and this happened on the same day.
What?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So that was my Chrysler 300S, all black with the rims, everything.
Wow.
We was on Delmore and Jefferson. Well, I'm sorry, we was on Delmore, turning on to Jefferson, and I look up and I saw this van just speeding. Turn out they were trying to escape the police.
Oh.
So it was a high speed.
This was a high speed, right?
And so as soon as I saw it, I pulled over. I'm like, let me get away from it. You know, I don't want to be, you know, nowhere near it. And then all of a sudden the van starts swerving. It hit a vehicle, I believe, on the Jefferson side. But then it ricocheted off the vehicle and came straight to my face.
What?
Boom. The whole time, baby girl was knocked out until she heard me just scream. I'm like, ah! Boom. And I thought that was it for me. I thought my lights were gonna flash. I thought it was a wrap. I was just so stunned that it happened.
Right.
And the airbags deployed, thankfully. I didn't have any injuries, thankfully. Baby girl, she was all right. She was just looking up. She had like a small little scratch under her ear. But turned out it was 2 young girls that stole a vehicle, and they were in possession of, you know, weed or whatever it was. And that's what almost ended my life.
Wow. I'm sorry you went through that.
Yeah. So like I said, trial and tribulation, you know, you want to hide. Like, yeah. It was real good. I had Serenity Bliss come up to the DJ booth and show me love. And I'm thinking, you know, everything is all good. I'm just chilling. And then it could just
that quick.
Just like that. So yeah. So
that's the blessing that y'all made it out of there. Look at the front end of that.
It totaled my ride. Baby girl is on the top right of the screen. She was sitting on top, just kind of looking around. On the left, well, if you see the picture on the right, but see the top left, you see a cop right next to the cops.
I see it.
Was where 2 young ladies were handcuffed, sitting down. And like when I say, man, it took everything to just not want to just lash out.
Yeah, I understand.
It's like, you know, I can't do anything.
That were young girls.
Yeah. You know, I can't do anything about it. I'm just thankful that, you know, we allowed. Because what if I would have, you know, had the accident and turned around and she never woke up? Right. Yeah. You know, everybody okay? It just could have been a whole different thing. So that's why this night is special as well, because there's just so many things that happened from, you know what I'm saying, that night to things that you're going through. So I think it was just meant, especially you going back to, you say your mom saying you just share your story overnight. So it's the reason why we're here, at this moment on Smoooth Conversation. So I'm very big on, once again, getting the story told from the beginning. So if I was to ask people who knew you from a long time ago as a kid, what would they say about you? What kind of person were you as a kid?
Well, I've always been a real bubbly person. I've always been very personable. I'm a social butterfly. So I get along with everybody. My energy has always been gravitational. Some people just naturally just gravitate to me. It's just always been like that from then till now.
And I have to ask let me make sure my mic is let me double check this real quick, y'all.
Okay.
Let's see if I'm good. Okay, no, I'm not. All right, there we go. So now I'm good. Sorry about that. Y'all had to make sure that my mic is on.
That makes sense because I was
good.
Echoing, but you
good. Hold on real quick. Let me do this. All right. Sorry about that. Got to handle my technical difficulties here. But now, once again, so I got to ask the St. Louis question. What high school did you go to?
I was a DC kid.
Really?
I was. So I lived in the hood on the north side, but I went to Kirkwood High School.
Kirkwood High School.
Yeah, that's where I graduated from.
Okay. What class?
01.
I was 2000.
Okay, right before me.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So talk about Kirkwood High School. What was something that you're like one of your biggest takeaways from being there?
I really actually appreciate being able to experience the best of both worlds. Like I said, I was from the hood. That's where I lived. So that was my everyday. That was my everyday. So I saw what that life looked like, but I also saw the flip side of another world, which is, we all, well, maybe most St. Louisans know, Kirkwood High School is like in a predominantly white area, So just to experience the best of both worlds and to be able to put those two experiences together to navigate through life, I just appreciate the experience. Like, I was a cheerleader. I was very involved out there. Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So, cheerleader, what else you do?
What else did I do there? I was a cheerleader, which took up most of the time anyway. But I was also like I was a really like accelerated student. So I was in like all AP classes and, so I had a heavy like workload for school. So when I wasn't cheerleading, that's basically what I was doing was, staying on top of my grades. Also I was on a dance squad. I grew up dancing jazz, tap, hip hop, ballet. So I was always into something as a kid. It's just.
Okay. Who taught you about dance?
Where did that go all the way back to? I feel like that go all the way back to birth.
Just born with it. Yeah. Okay.
It's in my blood. But I can't say the earliest memory that I have is my mama put me in the little neighborhood community center pom-pom squad. And that's really where it like started. And then I just soared from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said D-Sig. So talk about, because obviously it had to have been a culture shock to come from the city where, of course, predominantly Black to, like you said, going to Kirkwood where it's predominantly white. So talk about for you, if you can recall, just being like, wow, this is not what I'm used to. This is different here. Talk about having to adjust.
Well, the thing about my experience is that I didn't have to adjust because I started in kindergarten out there. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So that's all I saw as far as school experience.
Right.
Now, street experience, that was a whole other, topic. But as far as school experience, I never had to really quite make an adjustment because it started so early.
That's what's up. So you was already acclimated.
I was already, yeah.
And do you feel that that's important nowadays for our young Black children to be able to experience so many different nationalities and not wait till, you're in high school to be like, oh, that's how it is to be around white people or to be around a Spanish person or to be around this, nationality? Do you feel like it's important now to
I do
be exposed to that at an earlier age?
I do. I feel like it's very important. As a matter of fact, my children, I have made it, me and their dad has made it like a point to like, put them in those type of environments so where they can experience both early. My daughter, she's 19, she's off at college now, but she started off at SLIS, St. Louis Language Immersion School.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with it or not, but by now she's basically it's a school in St. Louis that teaches different languages to the students. When my daughter first started, they only taught in that language. Like, like half the year they would get them acclimated to the language. And then the rest of the year, it was only teaching in that language. So she's fluent in Mandarin Chinese.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, Go ahead then. That's what's up. So as y'all are hearing and seeing, go ahead and expose your children to so much, because there's so much out there in the world for them to see. And by the way, while you're doing that, we gotta go ahead and have
Take
a toast.
Sip.
We gotta have a toast.
Oh, let's have a toast to happy birthday, wife. Is it this one?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, no, right there.
Right here.
There we go.
Happy birthday, wife, and happy anniversary.
Thank you very much. And salute to all that you're doing in your life and what you have been overcoming as well, and being able to sit here on Smoooth Conversations.
Thank you. Toasted it.
There we go.
Boom.
Now it's official. There we go.
Did y'all have fun? Where y'all go?
Let's see. We went to New Orleans.
Oh, okay. New Orleans always a time.
Oh yeah. So it was our first time there, and me and Jody was there for like 5 days.
Oh yeah.
Had an amazing time. Did the Bourbon Street, but also did Frenchman. If y'all ain't been a Frenchman, y'all gotta do that.
I've been a Frenchman. I vended there.
Really?
In New Orleans. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I did. I went down there for the jazz festival.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's the perfect time anytime's perfect, but definitely something like that where even more people are coming in.
Yeah.
For the festival. So
Serenity Bliss took New Orleans.
Hey, now. so speaking of that, how did that happen? Where you just someone knew about you and it reached out, or you try to you just put in you did your part by promoting yourself to get to that?
Well, no, I actually had a friend that lived there. So the friend that lived there kind of, basically was just hipping me to the jazz festival, which I don't remember hearing about it before then. Or I didn't think it was just that big of a deal, where people come out for all different cities and come. But yeah, a friend told me about it, and it just sounded like I would be a perfect fit. So, okay, I'm gonna tell you how I got a little bit.
Hey, go ahead. Keep it 100.
I was a little girl.
Keep it 100.
But I don't let nothing stop me. When I put my mind to something, I'm gonna get it done, and I'm gonna figure out a way to do it. So basically, the jazz festival slots were filled because by the time I got the information, it was too late to apply to be a vendor in the actual Jazz Fest event. So I didn't, like I said, I didn't let it stop me. And I started thinking of ways where I could get around. I'm like, well, maybe I could just set up a booth outside of the festival. How people walk, people have to park, you have to walk a distance to even get to the festival. So I'm like, if I'm, got a booth set up on the way, while people are on the way walking to the event, they got to stop. And that's what I did.
There we go. Just pull up.
And from there, and that was just like a one-day situation for me anyway. I'm like, I'm getting this done. Because I already knew, the word was going to get out some way, somehow, and it did. Because there was a man that approached me to do an event the next day. And he said, I think it would be so perfect for our event. It's at a garden called Serenity.
Wow.
He said, we got a garden. And the name of the garden is called Serenity. I see, your brand is super dope. I think your vibe will go with what we got going on. I need you to come out here. And I did. And it made it a weekend.
There we go.
Right.
Look at there. So if you got a passion for something, go off that passion and do it. I want to go back because you brought some products here I do want to talk about your Serenity Bliss natural products. So talk about what made you get into this field and these amazing products that we have on the screen.
You will use that picture. That picture is so old.
It is. It's old school.
Oh my God.
It's old school. But I saw it. I'm like,
I don't even use that color butter. No.
Wow.
It don't look nothing like that no more.
Wow.
Well, because I evolved.
Exactly.
You know.
And we're gonna talk about that very soon too.
Okay.
But
all
yeah,
right.
but just talking about you just overall, just get into this field.
When I first started, it started with just myself. You know, I came into a spiritual awakening. And you know, for most people, I'm not sure. Everybody has an experience, a natural hair journey, you know, so some people really are not aware of how it works. For some people, it's like you have like this spiritual awakening, or you have like an epiphany. That's how it feels. And you just want to start over, and you want to renewal. Mm-hmm. And that's how it felt for me anyway. And so, yeah, that's how I started. I had a spiritual awakening. I was doing a lot of research, came into my spirituality, and I wanted a new start. I went in the bathroom and cut all my hair off. Mm. That's how I started. I cut all my hair off. I don't know. It was not even a thinking process. I just woke up like, this is what I'm going to do. And I took scissors and I just started cutting my hair off. Renewal, rebirth. There we go.
And then get into the product. So
yeah.
So talk about the products and just your creation, your thought in regards to, okay, well, how can I apply this to this and start making it a profit?
Well, okay, so once I cut all my hair off, I decided to go on this like research journey on how to help, like in a healthy way, you know, maintain my hair and how to deal with it, because it was new for me. You know, my hair had never been in short. I didn't know what to do. So I went on this like YouTube deep hole, like a rabbit hole. You know how all of us do when we're trying to learn something new. YouTube is the first place everybody goes.
YouTube University.
Right. YouTube University. Okay. And that's what I did. I let it take me to church. Yeah. You know, and I first started off, and I was watching all these girls with their natural hair and the outcome and how they all look. Y'all know how on YouTube, you know, they do one thing, and then when you try it, it be a whole nother thing, and they be looking at me, it don't look nothing like what they did. You know what I mean? And that's what I was experiencing. Yeah. And so but I was buying so much different product. I was going to Target, Walmart. I was everywhere just buying all these products, to where I started becoming a product junkie. And then half of the time, the bottles are the containers were like half used, because if I didn't like it, I'm not using it no more, you know? So anyway, that was the start of me saying, you know what, let me look into my own stuff and see what I can do that would work for me. And that's what I started doing. I started researching the ingredients, the common ingredients that I was noticing in the products, right? I started researching, see what nutrients they had, how healthy it would be. I saw even finding out that they were good for your hair and your skin. So they had a dual use, which was perfect. And so I just started mixing. I started making stuff. It was just for me and my kids, and, you know, my household, we were using the products. And then I started getting feedback from my family. Yeah. And they were like, what are you doing? Because my hair just started growing. It was just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, skin just glowing, you know. And my family was just like, they were really interested in what I was doing. And so I just started making them for them. It was for my household and for the family. But when, you know, like I said, it kept going. Everybody was just so amazed at the outcome, to where they're like, yo, you need to sell this. And that's how I started.
That's what's up. So with that being said, we have some products that she brought as a gift. So why don't you I'll go ahead and I guess take it off here, and then you can just pretty much break down, and we'll use that camera.
Okay.
So you can know.
So what Fred has, y'all, is a Black Joy package. This is a new product that I have. Yep, thank you. This is a new product that I have. I actually made this from inspiration from Frizz Fest. That's this weekend, y'all. I will be vending at Frizz Fest Saturday, the 20th at Tower Grove Park from 12 to 7. Y'all pull up. So this product was actually inspired from that. The theme for Frizz Fest is Black Joy. So that's why I call it the Black Joy package. So we have 3 different products that's in this package. The first one here.
There you go.
Right here. Yep. Okay. The first one here is this is a butter, y'all. So wet butter, you can use it on your hair, skin, fellas, you can use it on your beard. It's called Power Pineapple. That's what I named this one. This is Power Pineapple. This one, the next one here that Fred has, this is my Cucumber Melon body scrub. don't know if you can see it real good on there. Yeah. And the last one is the reigning royalty, y'all. This is the purple one, y'all. You know, we are royalty. We got to represent. Okay. So, yeah, this is the Black Joy package. Y'all only can get these at Fred's Fest this weekend. Pull up on me. Y'all, I got these packages available for y'all. Fred is the first person to get access to it.
Exclusive. Let's go.
Let's go, y'all. Pull up on your girl.
That's what's up. So explain what the purple is for again.
Reigning royalty.
Okay.
Okay, that's the name of it, but it's a butter as well. It's a butter as well.
So a body butter.
A body butter, hair or in your beard. So it's a triple use.
Wow.
Yeah, triple use.
And I asked this, and it's amazing that you brought this over because my wife recently got me into body butter. So I got some on right now, you know.
Well, this is her, not you. I don't know.
You know, no, it's mine.
Yeah, it's yours.
So we made sure that
you get one of the butters, give her one of the butters, and then y'all split the cucumber.
All right. So yeah, see, so she has her own, and then she grabbed me some, and it's a black business as well. But yeah, so I love it. It's amazing. It makes you feel just that much better. You know what I'm saying? As a man, the glow, the smell. You know, all the time, people be like, "What you got on?" I can't tell you.
You gatekeep, Ray.
I can't tell you.
Tell gatekeep.
Now, see the wife, she be like, "Don't be telling them girls, or you can try to have your man smell like me." So I can't say that anymore. But you know, right now to say, "Oh, this is something my wife, you know, got for me," so that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
But when I rock this, I'm gonna be like, "Serenity Bliss." Get that, sis. There it is.
Let them know. SerenityBliss.com. SerenitysBlissNaturals.com.
All right. So a couple comments here, so you can see.
We got comments?
Yes, we have. Let me take this away from the screen real quick.
Oh,
there we go. All right. So we have Taydon5 says, "Beautiful woman." Okay.
Thank you, Taydon.
And the wifey says, "Thank you for the birthday and anniversary."
Girl, yeah, happy birthday, girl. Look, I love birthdays.
And then she says, "I want them all."
You know, she want them all. You ain't getting nothing.
I ain't getting nothing now. It's a wrap. It was nice knowing you, body butter, but yeah.
Since you gonna love it, I'm telling you, I guarantee. And I got some oils for you. Get in.
There we go. So we're gonna make it happen here. Like I said, we all about just showing love on Smoooth Conversations, where the conversations are always smooth. Once again, everyone continue to share, to like, let everyone know, hey, Serenity Bliss is on right now with Smoooth. They talking everything. So
chopping it up.
What's all about, man? Talk about being a entrepreneur. Ooh.
It's a struggle.
Talk about it.
It's a struggle. I love what I do. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, move that mic so be straight. There we go.
Wait, how do it?
That's good right there.
That's it. Okay. I love what I do. I have passion behind it. That's what keeps driving me. But entrepreneurship can be tricky. You know, you have your good seasons, you have your bad seasons. It's very fluctuational, and it goes off the economy as well. You know, so when when people are trying to make ends meet within their own household, they don't spend as much money, you know, on other things that they feel are not necessities. You know what I mean? So when our economy is doing bad, the entrepreneurs are doing bad. That's what I've experienced. You know, it's just very fluctuational. Not just that, but you your own boss. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have anybody above you to dictate how you do, when you do, what you do. You have to determine it for yourself.
Because what dictates everything is going to be the customers. Because that's how you make your money.
Yep, it is. And like I was saying, like some of the customers are, they can be flaky. They can really be flaky. But, you know, I do appreciate, and I do want to say shout out to my regulars that keep coming back. So your girl is Serenity Bliss. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all the ones that keep me afloat, you know. So I just want to send love to y'all. But yeah, it's a challenge. It's a challenge. I can name so many different things. What you know?
Hey, whatever.
Whatever. I'm going on.
Go ahead. Hey, we got time. And like I said, this is important for people to be able to, you know, to see, because for people to take that next step. It's not easy to do because you have certain people who are so used to living the 9 to 5 mentality, and then stepping out on faith, going back to your passion. I know it's not easy. Well, let me ask you this question. With that being said, when's the last time that you did work a 9 to 5?
About a year and a half ago. Yeah, it was about a year and a half ago. And honestly, like you said, I did step out on faith. I was very exhausted with the, I just felt like it was just too much dictatorship over my life to help someone else get to where they are. I'm not, how about me? What about where I want to go? And where I'm trying to get to. And you know what I'm saying? So I had to prioritize it. I did not feel comfortable continuously putting my time and my energy into other people's companies to make them a quick dollar. I couldn't do it anymore.
And then I know a lot of people can probably agree on this one, but these companies don't really care about you.
They don't. You don't even know what they look like. They don't know what you look like. You're replaceable to them.
That's the part.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gone, something happened to you and you leave, whatever. The next day, they out there trying to find the next
person. And they living good. They cool. Now you got to figure out how you gonna make ends meet.
So talk about, if you can recall, the very first time that you decided to step out on faith and say, you know what, I'm done with this 9 to 5. I'm ready to start doing what I want to do. Because I always say, we always put 110% behind 9 to 5 or 100%, but don't want to give 120, 130% to what we love to do.
Yeah, that right there. That what you just described is the mindset that I had, when I made that decision. I just didn't, because I at the time that I had this position, I still had my own business too on the side. And what I noticed was I was slacking on my business and putting way more time into my job because of course, it was 8 hours a day. I was full time. So by the time I get off work, I don't even have the energy to put in my own business, So, I noticed how everything was, the scale was just kind of sliding. And on top of that, like I said, I was just really frustrated with a person that I don't know at all, have never seen, have never even heard their voice, dictating my life and my days. I couldn't have it anymore. Yeah.
And talk about being an entrepreneur as a Black woman.
Well, as a Black woman being an entrepreneur, I don't know where to start with it. That's a loaded question for you. Like I said, let's start with this. Entrepreneurship alone is already a struggle. Okay.
Yeah.
Being Black, you put that on top of it, that's another one. Being a woman, behind all that, you got to show up and show out. We don't have a choice. We got to be mothers. We got to run our business. We still have to, on top of the business, if the business ain't making ends meet, you still got to get a job on top of that. We got to take care of the household. We got a household. We got to cook. We got to clean. We got so many different hats that, we have to wear. And it's all about really just being able to manage them and being able to, just make it fit to your lifestyle. I think that's where the key is. It's just making it fit. And it's not easy. It's not easy at all. It's a journey. It's a process, but it can be done.
And talk about as a Black person.
As a Black person, we all know that when you go into a bank, and, you say, for instance, you want to get a business loan for your business. You go into a bank, you walk into the bank, as a Black person, you get, it's a different type of vibe that you get than when white people, man or woman, even with them, it's the vibe, it's the energy that you get that's completely different. You get treated completely different. And this is something, you know, that our people have been struggling with for decades, for centuries, really, and nothing has really changed. So I feel like it's just a struggle. You know what I'm saying? When I'm trying to move up with, you know, all my business credit or my loans and things like that, it's like I really feel like because I'm Black, and then y'all got to remember, I got this hair. So I'm all coming there looking all Afro Black. You know what I mean? And the white people just look at me like,
oh, she must have been part.
She
must have been part of the Black Panther Party movement or something.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so they immediately assume, oh, she's a Black power woman. She's, you know what I'm saying? So but the crazy thing about that is, because I told you that I come from the best of both worlds, so I know how to deal with them.
Exactly.
I know exactly how to deal with them. You know, and so my personality just completely takes over the entire situation. And they've been and forgot I'm Black.
Yeah.
By the time I'm done with them.
So before we continue on, got a few comments. So who is this person right here? It says, we got Miracle of Innocence. Like the name. I'm so proud of your daughter from Mama. She says, you're good at what you're doing as a single Black female, leading your family to great success.
Thank you, Mama.
And you're passing your skills to your children.
Thank you, Mama.
We love you. So,
love you too.
She highlighted it. Single Black female leading your family to great success.
Yeah.
Which goes back to just the breakdown of being a woman in business, being Black, being a Black woman in business. So it's, like you said, so many layers.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you this because presentation is key in so many things. So talk about it from your standpoint, your point of view. Have there been times where you can tell if your presentation wasn't a certain thing that maybe you didn't get an opportunity to get into this or to get approved for that? Talk about that.
Repeat the question.
Talk about your presentation. Do you feel that because of the way that you look, that you may have gotten this, like going back to your hair, or you may have on something more revealing because they saw that, oh, let's go ahead and bring you in, or let's go and have you sit down. Talk about the presentation of being a woman and what are the drawbacks, what has been the positive, the negatives of presentation as a Black woman.
To be honest with you, I typically stay in my circles. Like I stick with my people who I know are going to be drawn to my business and my products, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? I feel like they can relate to me more. I can relate to them more. You know what I'm saying? They can understand the importance of what I'm bringing to the table. And so it's just a lot easier, you know, when you dealing with like-minded people around you and people who kind of understand the struggle. They understand what it means, you know, to go from where you was at to where you're trying to get to, you know? So I typically just vibe more with like-minded people like me. So the advantage of that, you said the plus is that's to that, is of course, you know, the things that I mentioned, but overall, like I said before, my personality has always overpowered a lot of situations. So it's always giving me like an advantage. I feel like as a Black woman, you know, when you got a good spirit and you got good energy, people can feel that.
And I'm glad you said that because something that has been a thorn on my side, especially from our businesses, our Black businesses, is the lack of energy, especially in the customer service field. That has been one of my biggest pet peeves. I mean, my wife and I, we've gone through a stretch where we would, and we love to support our own, you know what I'm saying, as we should, but at the same token, especially me being a business as well. I'm a brand, I'm a business. It's all about having a professional mindset in all things that you do. And there's been times where there's been a lack of communication, from our black businesses
Yeah,
that needs to be addressed, because if you don't address it, then it's going to keep on going
that's true.
until someone finally says something.
Yeah,
But we've had experiences with companies where, oh yeah, you're great at what you do, but because of the lack of communication, hey, just so you know, something came up, you can't make it today. They don't do that. We have to call and say, hey, you're supposed to be in here at 12 o'clock and it's 2 p.m.
What's going on?
What's going on?
Right.
We shouldn't have to, the customer shouldn't have to be the one.
Not at all.
To reach out to the company.
Not at all.
And my thing, it doesn't matter how talented you are, doesn't matter what you may be the best, whatever it is. But if you don't know how to do your business right, why should I continue to try to invest
patronize?
In you? Or how we like to say, which is true, McDonald's doesn't change this, or Walmart doesn't change this, but yeah, we still go to them.
Yeah, still. And don't ask them 50 million questions how much your stuff costs. Try to negotiate the prices with the Walmarts or the toys. We don't do none of that.
Exactly.
We going there and buying and see.
Right. But then it comes to the black business. I'll tell you, my people, hey, you think you can
give me a discount? You think you
Yeah. So like I said, it's from the business standpoint, how we have to conduct ourselves in a better light.
Yeah.
Going back to presentation, going back to the passion, especially if you're a business.
Yes. And that's what I meant when I said personality. Yeah. I'm glad you said that, because that comes back to customer service. That's what I was trying to really get to.
Exactly.
Yeah, the customers. I'm so big on it. So big. People have to feel you, and yeah. So yeah, I'm glad you put it in perspective.
Just want to add on. Yeah, just want to add on because people need to hear this, but you have to have pride.
You do.
In what you do.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be out here, I have a business, but you don't show the pride.
Right.
Because like you said, people can feed off that energy.
Mm-hmm.
I can probably tell in a matter of seconds, the moment that we have a conversation, whether it's on social media or it's in person or whatever it is, I can probably tell just like that who I'm dealing with.
Exactly.
And that's gonna make me excited.
Or turn
be like, okay, yeah, well, thanks for your time.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But like I said, we want to support each other, but you also have to give us a reason to continue
do it. Exactly.
To support you.
Yep. And that's so going back to the presentation and just what you just said, just to feed off of that, to give an example of that, I have worked community events, from when we met, like for years I've been doing it. So I like to pride my business and my brand on, like I said, is the personality, the customer service. For instance, like if you get, like Alfred was just explaining, it's either going to be one or two things. You're going to want to support or you're going to want to just walk away. Like when people come into my booth, it's very warm. I give them a very warm, excuse me. I give them a very warm greeting. Very warm, I explain all of the products to them, let them know the benefits of the products, just showing love. I mesh with people, and I want to make sure that they understand that I really have this passion behind what I'm doing, and that I really care about my people, and putting them on. So like I said, that's my presentation, and it always grabs people. But on the flip side, like you were saying, like with people who are not very good at the customer service part, it's just like if somebody was to walk in a booth like that, and then you walk in a booth. And the person is selling whatever, at that booth, and they're just sitting there, and they're not very warm. And you just standing there, and you're just looking around like, okay, what is this? And they're just sitting there watching you like, what you gonna do? Turn around and walk away. You're not gonna be willing to patronize a business that doesn't have good customer service and doesn't have a good presentation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very important, man, to just show pride in what you do.
Yeah.
Even working a 9 to 5 right now, show some pride, because there's so many other people who are dying to get a certain position that you are in, that would love to take your spot and do what you do and show more pride.
Yeah.
In the work.
Yeah.
So we just have to do a better job, and it starts at home.
And they can tell.
Yeah.
The customers can tell how much pride and dedication that you have to your brand. Exactly. They can feel it.
Yeah. So gotta do better.
Yes.
As a Black woman entrepreneur doing your thing, has there been any times where men would try to take advantage?
All the time.
And how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel very uncomfortable, of course. Very uncomfortable. But at the same time, I mean, I kind of feel like that's just a part of life.
Mm-hmm.
Men are just, it's men. They're gonna, I just think that's in their nature. You know what I mean? But it's still, wait, hold on for you. I think I flipped it. Flipped the mic. Is that it?
Other
Is that
way.
Right
there
here?
You go.
Okay. But yeah, I think that it's all in how I handle it. You know what I mean? I can see it coming really like a mile away a little bit. You know what I mean? Because it starts off with something. You can tell when a man's like really actually interested in the product or in you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it bleeds through, So it's uncomfortable.
Mm.
That's the answer.
So there are times when you do events where you had to have someone else with you, or you know what I'm saying, a male person with you.
It helps. It helps because I noticed that the men customers are a little like less aggressive, but I can hold my own down.
That's what's up.
I can. I know how to. I mean, I've been doing this for 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
10 years.
10 years.
That's amazing.
10 years. I mean, it can be like I said, it can be uncomfortable, but I know how to maneuver through that.
How to make it happen.
I know how to make it happen. It's okay. That's life.
One of my favorite questions I love to ask the guests: what is your first thought that comes to mind, or thoughts about competition versus collaboration?
I'm always for collaboration. One of the best collaborations I've ever had, ever in my experience of my business was with best friend Isha. She has a business. She has a boutique, and it's a Prime Top boutique. Y'all check it out. Prime Top Shop.
Okay.
Yes, Prime Top Shop. We had a boutique in Bridgeton a few years ago. And it was a big collaboration. What she did was she got all of us together. I was the hair, skin, and beard product brand in the store. We had her sister Samaya, Shade Cosmetics. Look that up, y'all too. She was a makeup artist, still is a makeup artist, so she does makeup. She had her own suite in her and everything. Took appointments and all that. We had Camila, who was the reset girl. She had teas. What does she have? Candles. She made candles. And she made like smudge sticks and everything. And then we had Bunchy. Hey, Bunch. Hats off. She specialized in hats, real nice hats for men and women. And that's one of Paula. Hey, Paula girl. We had Paula, and she sold bundles and lashes. So we literally had like a one-stop shop at the store. Just a whole big collaboration. Oh my, the St. Louis, y'all show us so much love. Oh my God, it was such a beautiful thing. And then we would cross promote, from each other. So all of us would get new customers based off of us cross promoting each other on each person's different platform. Yeah, that was my best collab experience ever.
And the reason why I said competition, because there's always been this big St. Louis thing about we support each other certain things, but then we have that crabs in the barrel mentality. Talk about that from your perspective.
Honestly, me personally, I just don't pay it any attention. I don't know if it's maybe because I'm just used to it from living here. I've been, what am I, 42 years old? I'm used to it. We've grown to this mentality because that's all we've been seeing in this city. You know what I mean? So for me, what's been working for me is just to like veer away from people or environments that I see is on that type of time. And that's, how I would, place myself in positions to be able to do collabs like I just mentioned. You know what I mean? And just like I said, place yourself around like-minded people who are on the same type of time that you own. And you're always going to attract that. That crab in the barrel mentality, you only attract what you give. And I'm a strong believer in it. know that it's a thing and that it exists, but if you feed into it and if you keep yourselves in those type of circles and environments, it's going to continuously be a thing. If not, just remove yourself. You know what I mean? Remove yourself, go into a higher vibrational environment, and things would turn out a lot better.
Speaking of environment, has it ever crossed your mind over the last 10 years of wanting to be like, okay, you know what, I've done what I can here in St. Louis. Maybe I need to go to a different market.
Yes. Oh wow, that's crazy that you just said that. Dang. What are you doing? Nah, I'm just like, all right.
Like,
I'm saying that because
hold on. There we go. There you go. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm saying that because y'all, when I say God saying science is so crazy. You asking that question while I'm on the cusp of making a relocation decision, right?
Wow.
Yes.
That's what's up.
And so it's just like, what? You know, that kind of hit me
different.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, that's what happened on Smoooth Conversations. You know, things aren't, questions aren't planned. It just in the flow of the conversation, and certain things are said that prompts other questions, you know, in my head, and I just go with it because I just feel like that's what needs to be brought out. But that's what's up. So so you already made the decision, or it's still pending?
No, it's still pending.
Okay.
I have not made it official. I'm still weighing out my pros and cons, you know, but it's a seed that's growing.
So what would be your advice, as look at that camera after I ask you, for those watching this show or maybe tuned in later on to check it out later on? What would be your advice to those who want to get into the entrepreneur field and step out on faith? What would you want to tell them?
What I really would want to let y'all know is that step number one, do not be discouraged. Please do not be discouraged. You can put anything and everything that you put your body, soul, and mind into. It's not that far-fetched. You can reach it and it can happen, you know? So that's step number one, just having the faith in yourself to know that it can happen and it's not too far-fetched. Also, whatever it is that you decide to do, make sure that you actually have a passion behind it. Because if you don't enjoy what you do, you're not going to put that much love into it. You're going to rush through it. It's going to feel like a chore. You want it to feel like joy. You want it to feel like this is your purpose. This is what you were aligned. This is what you were here to do. That's what it's supposed to feel like. Also, just don't fear. Let the fear go. The fear is what keeps a lot of people trapped. Just maybe the fear of maybe, I don't know, not knowing how they're going to pay their bills, not knowing how you're going to make it through everyday life. It's going to work out. You're going to figure it out. Us as a people, we always figure it out. It's going to happen. Also, do your research. Do your research. Whatever field that you're interested in getting in, make sure you know what you're getting into. Make sure you know what your competition is. Make sure you know what they're doing. And not just to be in competition with them, you know, and still like, you know, just be on some, you just low vibrational, like, you know, still everything. But I'm saying like, make sure you just, you know, are keeping up with the trends, you know, what's new, what's going on, because that's what the customers are always going to be into. We always, like us as people, we get in this cycle where something is always new. Every other month, it's something new. It's something new. Everybody want to pick on. Just make sure you keeping up with your market. Always keep yourself in circles where you know where your market is. You know where your market is. Like, for example, Frizz Fest. You know, we were just talking about Frizz Fest. That's my market. I do Frizz Fest every year. Been doing it for the last 8 years. I get excited when I see bitch. That was it last year? No, that was the year before last. Right. Hold on. Smooth is doing it again. Right there. Okay. That was, so what was it? That was 2023 Frizz Fest, y'all. And I had a time. I always have a time, y'all. And this is a festival. It's a natural beauty festival, y'all. So this is a place that we go as people to celebrate we feel seen, we feel comfortable. It's almost like y'all a family reunion on steroids. That's what this is. Celebrating just Black joy and Black beauty. You know, and like I said, this is where my market is. So this is where I'm at. And it's always, as an entrepreneur, it's always going to benefit you to make sure you are where your market is.
Very well said. Very well said. And once again, Freers Fest this weekend. And where is it at?
Tower Grove Park from 12 to 7 p.m.
And make sure y'all check out.
Pull up, y'all.
Serenity Bliss. You gonna have the canopy and everything set up.
I got a canopy.
Hey,
I got a whole setup, y'all. Come check me out, y'all. It's gonna be a whole vibe. I got a bubble machine.
What?
Yes.
Okay, she
bubble
fancy.
for the kid, right?
She fancy. So you spoke about evolving. What's been the biggest thing that you've seen different as an entrepreneur when you first started 10 years ago to now?
You say the biggest?
It don't have to be the biggest, but just what's something that you have seen has changed, that there's been like a huge shift?
A huge shift. With my products or my brand or
just overall?
Overall.
Yeah, as an entrepreneur.
As an entrepreneur. The big shift, like I feel like I kind of just talked about this a little bit, but the big shift, I don't know, it's never like one big shift. It's always multiple shifts. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's never just one big one. So
how did COVID affect your business?
You know what? COVID was real good to me. I think COVID was real good to a lot of small Black business because remember, nobody was going outside. So all we had was internet. That was the only way we could purchase things, get things, come to, that was the only way. So for me, it put me on a little bit more. And then we was in the house all the time, so you ain't got nothing to do but create content. So I was the content queen in COVID. I mean, so many ideas and so many things. I ain't nothing else to do.
And that's how it was for me and to those who lost people because of COVID, our sincere condolences, to you and your family. But for me, it was one of the best things that happened because, as you said before, people who may not have been available before because of a busy schedule, all of a sudden
they got time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I have a sports talk show that I've been doing for 8 years now, called the Platform Sports Talk Show. Check it out. Scan the QR code, top right of the screen. Boom, you're good to go. Okay. But people, coaches, athletes, you name it, that wasn't available, all of a sudden it became available. And it brought a whole different thing to my show where I had like guests every week, whether it was via Zoom, some in person. We had the mask on, the whole nine.
It was going down.
And it was like, it just propelled everything.
Yeah.
With Zoom, with StreamYard now, all these other sites that, has the virtual meetings or whatever.
Yeah.
It helped a whole lot to, for my brand.
Yeah.
And everything to skyrocketed. Like you said, doing content.
Content was
how many DJs y'all saw having DJ live.
Yeah, I remember them.
You know what I'm saying? You see the verses. That helped to be like, oh man, I forgot Ja Rule had all them hits.
Yeah.
And, stuff like that. Seeing concerts, that you like, I forgot about, this group, that group, or this person, that person. And I feel like God did that for a reason.
He did. That was by design.
Yeah, he did it for a reason because we had to calm down.
We had to.
And it goes back even to earlier this year, how we had two big tornadoes.
Yeah, that was devastating.
One happened here, like in Florissant, right here at my house. Our house, we just got our roof put on this past Monday. It happened on 314 day. And we were fortunate because I had like 15 people here in the house, some from out of town, some from Houston, other spots. We all chilling, we DJing, I'm DJing, we kicking it, lights go out. We think it just thunderstorm.
All right.
Come right back on, we back kicking it, goes off again. My father-in-law came down the steps like, hey, you must check on your neighbor because their house is condemned.
What?
Yeah, so the house.
Oh, the one next door.
So the house next door, all smashed in.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, then it's with them rebuilding it right now.
Exactly.
Okay.
So pretty much the tornado came and like brushed our house, but then destroyed that house and the house next door.
Right.
So like we're just now, as you see, the rebuild is going on for these houses since 314. And then of course, what happened in the city.
That was horrific.
That never, not never, but hasn't happened in over 50-something years.
Yeah, it has not. Not like that.
Exactly.
No.
So, and so that's why I was asking you earlier about what that 2025 showing you, because having these big tornadoes, especially, here and then in the city, you just be like, man.
Oh man, see, that didn't affect me in that way. So maybe that's why I didn't have, for the 2025, it didn't affect me in that way. So that's why, I kind of just been riding the same way. But for the business that it did, I felt so bad for them. It was just so bad. Like just riding through the city, just looking at everything just demolished like that. Like you said, we haven't seen that since I've been on this earth. I have not seen that.
Right.
At all. And I'm 42 years old.
See, now in the county, it does happen.
Yeah, it happens all the time in the county.
In the city, in the heart of the city?
It never.
No.
Never. So that was a big blow to our city. It really was. And I really hope and pray that the businesses that were affected by that tornado have recovered. Yeah. So
we have a comment from your mom, says, where did you get your entrepreneur skills? Uh-oh.
No.
She put you on the spot.
She put me on the spot.
See, I ain't do it this time, Ma.
She did it. She knows she did it.
If you want to go and take a drink real quick, I think, and then
let me take that one in.
Cause like you said, some people are born with it. Others may have been inspired by seeing someone that they knew close to them, or someone on TV, or whatever it is.
Okay. Let me lay it out. Okay. So as a child growing up, my mother had what she called it was a business. It was called Lynn's Accessories. I never forget. Her and her best friend, kind of similar to me and mine, they started a business together, and it was like clothes and accessories and stuff like that. And they would like drag us along, me and my sisters and my cousins and stuff, and they would drag us along, on that little events and helping them set up and being there, whatever. But at the time, I didn't really understand, I think, like the importance of it. And the significance, I just didn't understand the significance of it. It was just like, oh my God, my mama dragging us out to this, and then again, now we got to help, and now we got to, I was a kid. So I didn't really understand what was really going on. As I got older, my kids' daddy, the one that I started a family with or whatever, he was very big on entrepreneurship, and this was me like kind of going into my early adult life, so it was like seeing him and watching him, move through entrepreneurship. It inspired me. It did. And it gave me a lot of inspiration. And that's where Serenity Bliss birthed.
Has entrepreneurship been a factor or has affected your social life?
No, it hasn't. Not at all. I can't say that it has. No. I think because a lot of it has to do with, this is the essence of who I am anyway. My brand is my essence. So you get what you see,
Do you feel that men are intimidated of your drive because of what you do?
Yes, I do. I do feel like that. I have had it is. Yeah. You got a next question?
I mean,
you want to speak on the move?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I was kind of trying not to.
No, like I said, we're keeping it 100.
Okay.
This needs to be said, because once again, there could be someone that's just like you doing what you're doing?
Well, okay, so this is the biggest challenge that I've run into with me and being intimidated by my brand and my essence and my presence and what I represent. When I've noticed that when men don't know which way they want to go, that's what causes the intimidation. I know where I want to go. I know my goals. I know where I'm trying to get to. But the men that kind of are lost and don't really know and they still trying to figure it out, they are intimidated by the fact that I know, and I don't think they like do it on purpose, like to where it's a thing in their head where they like, oh, yeah, I'm intimidated by her. Da, da, da. It's not like that. It's just more so like they trying to figure out their own path and they just feel intimidated that I got mine figured out. That's just what it is.
And basically it's frustrating you because you not saying, oh, I have to have it, but you would like to have that significant other that can respect your level and be on your level. Is that correct?
Of course. I would love to have a significant other that respect what I do, that admires what I do, that's willing to have my back behind what I do, that is really like invested as much as I'm invested in it, or it's just or even if it's just not invested as much, a little bit of something. You know what I mean? Like,
so do you feel, just from your perspective, that these men still have like this man cave mentality of, well, I have to be the breadwinner. I have to be, make the most money in order for me to be with her, because if she make more money or she doing more than me, then that's making me less of a man. So now I can't be the person for her.
Yes. That happens a lot. It does, but it doesn't happen in the physical more so form. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like a mental form, like, and at the time that you're involved with this person, you don't even understand that that's what's going on. But then, as the way they move and the way they kind of act towards, your success, that's when it started coming out. You know what I mean? And then start coming out and it's like, wait a minute, hold on, what's going on? I'm the type of woman where I would rather have, we a team. We working together. We building together. This what we doing. Even if he had a business or whatever going on, how can I help?
Y'all
Like, we can bounce off each other.
Exactly.
We can build together. Like, it could be bliss.
Exactly.
Bliss.
I feel you.
Yeah.
So once again, this has been so far an amazing conversation, smooth conversations, where the conversations are always smooth. There we go. And that's with 3 O's. Got Serenity Bliss in the TSC, the Saunders Experience, live right now on social media and on Beat District Radio. Make sure y'all go to beatdistrictradio.com or go to the app, Google Play, App Store, and download the app. Not right now, but right now. So let's continue on with the conversation, talking about the entrepreneurship and everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We talked about trials and tribulations, which is one of the reasons why you're here. And you brought up earlier, my wife last night, we both had a conversation just talking about life and stress and how that is, you talk about like high cholesterol, high blood pressure,
mm-hmm.
etc. Because of what, especially in our community,
mm-hmm.
stress, which led to this moment here.
Yeah.
Talk about how everything started and what led to this moment with you in the hospital.
So this particular picture here was where they sliced my head open to put a stent in my brain to stop the leaking. Right there, right. So it's like it goes from, like, if you can see, it goes from the front of my side of my forehead all the way around to by my ear. So that's where they cut me at. Basically, I woke up out of my sleep, y'all. Woke up out of my sleep with this excruciating head pain. Normally I'm not sure if anybody knows, the history behind brain aneurysms, but for the most part, it kills people in their sleep. It woke me up out of mine. I didn't die. I woke up like, what? Oh my God. Like, it's just banging. So I'm not knowing what's really going on, I'm thinking maybe I got a migraine, something, but it was so excruciating to the point where I went to the hospital. I went to St. Mary's. And St. Mary's sent me home. Blood pressure. When I say blood pressure, the intake, what you call them people that be in the beginning, they take your blood pressure and your vitals and everything. Yeah. That person. He was so he took my vitals and he said, "Oh my God, your blood pressure." He couldn't even believe the number that it was. He was like, "No, you need to go back like now." You know what I'm saying? So I went back, y'all, and they basically was like, they didn't do no CAT scan. They didn't do nothing. They was like, "Yeah, you got a migraine." They turned off all the lights, gave me like an IV. Yeah, gave me an IV with the saline and some headache pain medication and sent me home. I went home. Maybe about 4 hours later, I woke up. My whole body was just hot, like burning hot, and I was just shaking. And I'm like, okay, I'm thinking really nothing's going on, nothing's wrong, because they just told me I was okay. So they told me to take a leave or something for the headache. Yeah. So I slow walked myself, to the bathroom to find a leave. I took the leave. And, for people that don't know about, prescribed drugs and medication, especially pharmaceuticals in particular, they only mask the pain. They don't get to the root of the problem. So what it did was it masked my headache to where I thought it was gone and I was okay. So I went through like the next day, just popping a leave to relieve the pain. And then, so that was the whole next day. The day after that, I woke up that morning, y'all. I woke up and my left eye was like cocked to the left. And everything was just dizzy and like all out of place. Wow. Yeah. So I'm wake up, I'm like, oh my God, like, what is going on? I can't see my face. All I could just see is like my vision, and I'm not knowing what to do. So the first thing, of course, I go to the bathroom and I look in the mirror and I just see my eye just like all the way out. I'm like, what? Yes. So after that, I think I called my mama, I called my sister, but they in Kansas City at this time. They're like 3.5 hours away from me. There's not much they can do. But, I'm letting them know this is what's, I don't know. Like, I'm about to go to the hospital. I just remember driving my kids to school because it was like, how was I going to go to the hospital? Because they were little at this time. So I'm knowing I can't go to the hospital with all my kids. I got to drop them off at school. So I was riding down the highway like this. Wow. One act of the one that was, I'll just get out in my mind. I'm like, let me just get them there, make it to where I'm going. That's gonna be, and that's how I started. You want to hear the rest? Oh yes. Okay. So I get there, y'all. I go to St. Luke's this time. This time I go to St. Luke's. They looked at me and didn't even made me wait in the waiting room. They're like, no, immediate. Let's go. Hit this CAT scan immediately. And
so before you continue on, because that's the part, because you said earlier St. Mary just saw it, then they try to mask it, and we're not about, we ain't trying to put negative press on you, but this is the conversation that has to be done, because that's one of the pet peeves for my wife, is that she can't stand when you go to your doctor, your OBGYN, whatever it is, and they just give the generic response, or let's do this. Okay, you can go back home.
And they do that a lot with us.
That's the part.
They do.
That's the part, and she cannot stand it.
It's horrible.
It's like we shouldn't have to donate blood to find out what our blood type is.
Exactly.
Stuff like that. That's what she can't stand, is that we have to go back and have 5 doctor visits just to find out what the root of the problem was, where everything should be taken to the extreme. Yeah. The very first time you set foot.
Exactly.
It's like for me, when I used to work at a hotel, and this is the kind of mindset I've kept ever since I started working. but definitely at the hotel that I was at back then. I was always taught, and I used to be a manager of banquet services. So any kind of event that you had at the hotel, we set up the room, everything. And one thing I was always told, which I keep to this day, is treat every client like they're VIP.
Yeah, you got to.
So that definitely applies to especially the medical field.
Especially. Y'all supposed to be out here saving lives.
Exactly.
Supposed to be.
And there's no excuse, like you said, for you to go there the first time and they're treating it like a migraine. They should have took all the extra precautions, because that's how I would want it to be if it was myself, if it was my wife, whoever it is. Don't just send us home because you want to go home and watch Monday Night Football.
That's it. And don't want to take the time to actually scan my brain, because if you would have saw I'm leaking blood on my brain.
Because what if you were driving with one eye with your kids and all of a sudden you just all of a sudden passed out?
Right. Then what? Or if I wouldn't even made it to that point, or if overnight it would have took me out. Because I went like a day and a half like that.
I got a comment from, is that a Control?
Hey, cousin.
And agrees, says right, because they are practicing.
You medicine. Right, you got that, because practice.
Yeah.
It's a practice.
But I just want to highlight that because that needs to be put out there.
Yeah.
If something's going on, we doctors should be able to take everything to the extreme. Like, hey, let's see everything now. Not say, oh, you okay, just go home.
Yeah.
There's been times where people I've known who, they went, oh, just a false alarm. Oh, it just happens to Black people, like you said. And then they got to come back again and find out that you had a mini stroke.
Yeah. That you could have actually died from. Had, God, had not had the favor on you. What if he didn't? I would have been gone. Right. Like, it's crazy. Like how you said, your wife, she's onto something. They do us like that. They do especially Black women, y'all. They do us like that. They will, oh, she said that was a Siri, man. Yeah, she was there.
Wow.
Yeah. She was one of the people that I called when I was like, oh my God, I don't know what's going on with me. Yeah. So she was there like every step of the way. So that's why, she's able to tap in and respond to and resonate with the experience that I went through. But yeah, they'll do y'all like that. Do us like that. Y'all, they are doing it. It's happening.
So walk us through, if you can, just about, of course you was knocked out when they cut your head and everything, but just talk about everything else after you woke up from that. What was the process, that you had to go through after the surgery?
Okay, well, after the surgery, I really only remember like spurts and flashes of things. The first thing that I remember is waking up and, of course, seeing my family, and I particularly remember my mama explaining to me the doctor team that operated on me. And it was an all-Black team, y'all. An all-Black brain surgical team. I never heard of it. All Black.
St. Luke's was outside,
and
right?
Barnes. They had to transfer me from St. Luke's to Barnes because they didn't have the proper team to be able to handle me. Yeah. So they transported me in an ambulance to Barnes, to the neurological department. And y'all, it was a Black doctor that was the head of surgery. Why was his last name Fields?
No.
And guess what his wife's name was? Ky'Anna.
No.
His last name was Fields. His wife's name was Ky'Anna. So she was Ky'Anna Fields, the exact same name I
had. That right there just shows you
that's
that even through what you were going through, God was showing you that he was right there.
That's what my mama said. She said, girl, that's what she was explaining to me when I woke up. She was explaining, she said, girl, the doctor name was this, he was that. She said, oh my God, I just knew it was God. It was amazing. It was amazing.
And it's funny that your cousin brought this up because I have this photo right here.
Yeah.
The eye patch.
Yeah. Thank you, cuz we was gonna get to that.
Learning to walk again. So yes, talk about it.
So yeah, that was an eye patch. Remember, I explained to you how one of my eyes was like really like dislocated and I had to put an eye patch over it to be able to like maintain my vision to where it didn't look so off and blurry, which really helped. So that was an eye patch. I did have to learn how to walk again. I was on a walker, y'all, like an old person. Like, I mean, it's not funny, but it was just, I'm saying, because I was just saying, I'm in awe. You know what I'm saying? Of how I had to kind of like start from the beginning,
right.
You know? And yeah, so I went to physical therapy. That was where I learned how to walk properly again. The eye was more so, what kind of training? It was, I can't remember the name of the training. I'm so sorry. I can't remember the name of the training, but there was some training in therapy throughout my sessions that they had me do to like basically like strengthen my eye muscles again to where I could really see correctly again. And then I had these other exercises that were like for my brain to stimulate my brain muscles because I have to rebuild that all over again. Yeah, it was crazy.
Cousin said she just got chills and tears, but we are super grateful to still have you.
Thank you, cousin.
and I was gonna bring that up in regards to grateful. How much did your relationship with God change after that?
Oh, well,
or did it at all? Because you was already.
I was already there. Yeah, it was like I was already there. It don't get me wrong. We all have room for improvement. So, I'm not saying I was completely healed and I didn't need him at all anymore, but I already had that attachment to him. And that's why I think that he gave me this second chance because I was already there. You know what I mean? And so, he spared me. And that is when I decided to birth and get real serious about my brand, Serenity Bliss Naturals, because at that moment, y'all, when you get a second chance at life, and it's like a rebirth. It's almost like you a whole different person, And if you had a chance to redo life all over again, wouldn't you do what you felt like you was put on this earth to do? Or wouldn't you, line up or make yourself line up with your purpose? And that's where my head was at. Like, yeah, this is it. This is my rebirth.
Yeah. And that's how I felt after I had my accident. The same day we first crossed paths. Because like I said, I was on cloud 9 thinking
Cause it was so wonderful.
Cool. Everything, and like I said, just having a new car, I just feel like I was on top of the world. Can't no one stop me.
I did not know that happened to you.
And then all of a sudden, boom, life flash, everything. And it just made it humbled me.
Wow.
It humbled me, and then it made me just appreciate life more, people more.
Yeah.
Because like I said, it can be taken
that fast. And it could have been worse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't.
And then you said that you had to learn how to walk back in 2023 on July the 4th. Was at my cousin's house. I was trying to be 23 years old, which I'm far from that. I was trying to be 23 years old and dunking on the hoops, and I was doing my thing. And my last attempt jumped up off my left knee. Now keep in mind, backstory, when I played sports all my life, basketball, baseball, football, tennis, soccer. I was just an athlete doing my thing. And I always put a brace on my right knee because my right knee was the one that always gave me problems a little bit while I was playing. So I had a brace on my right knee. So go back to July the 4th, 2023, go up on my left knee. As soon as I jumped off my left knee, snapped like a twig.
What?
Ruptured my patella tendon. They said that's worse than having a broke leg or ACL because of the tendon was completely ruptured, not damaged.
Throughout your whole leg, or
from here to my kneecap.
Oh,
like this whole area was ruptured. So I had to learn how to walk. And in regards to on my left leg, and I think about that song, that St. Louis song, the dance, the heel toe dance. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
The
yeah,
heel
you
toe.
brought the heels.
So,
Saw some heels on that.
that's what my
Well, what made you think of the heels on there?
because I'm gonna tell you, because my what you call it, physical trainer was saying that when you walk, you have to walk heel toe.
Oh, okay.
Heel,
toe. Okay.
And you know, you don't think about heel toe when you walking. You just think, oh, I'm just walking,
right.
whatever. But no, you have to actually walk
heel to toe.
Heel toe.
Yeah.
And it's so, and I had to have that muscle memory because my left knee had to learn again how to flex in certain situations. So just you and was seeing your cousin saying, oh, wait a minute. She said that hers was ruptured too.
Yeah. Oh, she was in a bad accident too.
Wow.
Yeah, that happened to her too. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. She made it too.
And she says, yes, like when I had the accident, things can change. Yeah. So we can relate. But yeah, so when I saw her post about you learning how to walk again, that made me think about my physical therapy and my appreciation once again, because we take things for granted. Yeah. We take, I can just do this. I can do this. I can whatever. I can jump. You know, now like I can't really jump like I used to no more because I still have the effects of the knee. Like, you know, like I don't play basketball no more. You know, I don't play football. I don't play softball no more because that just changed my whole life.
Your body just ain't.
And especially now that I'm a brand, you know, it can affect me doing DJ gigs and other gigs because I may not be available if I
have a flare up.
You know, when I talk about flare up, I'm just saying just period. Because like when this happened, I was on the shelf for a few months. Then luckily I have two great people. Shout out to Sadal and to Steve Jenks. They were able to help me out to pick up all the heavy equipment because I couldn't carry anything heavy for a long time. So they were able to help me. Oh, what I'm saying, DJing.
But once you get up there and everything is set up, you cool, right?
That's right. That's fine. Right. But even now, if I stand for a long period of time, the knee gets stiff.
Ah, nah.
Yeah. So, you know, my knee won't never be the same as it used to be. Yeah. You know, so, but it's just stuff like that we don't think about until something, you know, may happen. And then you be like, wow. Yeah. So, but with that being said, wait a minute. She says, man, I can't jump, double dutch, or race run anymore. We are all so blessed and amazing. Yeah. So she going through the same similar thing. Yeah. As I said, after my surgery, the doctor told me was like, yeah, your knee or your leg won't be able to bend back as much as it used to. Cause like I would say before the surgery, my leg can go back maybe 120 degrees. Like now it's probably at a good, you know, maybe at 105, you know, whatever it is. But you know, like I can't have I used to have my foot touch here.
Now it's like it can't even.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's restricted because of, you know, the surgery that I had. Right. But you know, of course, right knee is still the same, but it just stuff like that we don't think about. Yeah. Until, you know, whatever.
So you affected by it.
Like I was at church the other day and I was on both knees trying to do the Megan Thee Stallion. And I'm like, woo!
You couldn't get back up.
I gotta get back up slow. I gotta get back up slow. Let me.
Hold on, let me take my back. Woo, Lord.
And like now, my wife be like, no, you ain't playing no basketball. You ain't doing nothing else. You know, especially when they have like yeah, there we go. I feel like I heard your heartbeat. See?
That was my heartbeat.
We had a whole heartbeat, y'all, on Smoooth Conversations. You're like,
that one was like.
Go ahead, turn it. Okay, there we go. Boom. Perfect.
That's it.
There we go.
Okay.
All right. We had a whole heartbeat, y'all.
No,
so
did you hear that?
Yeah, it was. But yeah, so a whole lot going on here, but it's all good. But just overall, talked about the tornado, talked about COVID, certain things that's happening. Do you think there was, well, I know you said earlier that it helped in regards to your brand. and just have a new lease on life. Was there any else that your situation taught you? The
Through the tornado,
the brain,
or just...
the brain aneurysm.
Oh, the brain aneurysm. Yeah, taught me a lot. Yeah, it taught me to, and that's going back to my brand name, Serenity, the state of being calm, peaceful, just, in a state of joy, even bliss. It's like, it's just a great joy. That's the definition of bliss. And I just think that these are things that are essential to us moving forward in life. And I learned that through the experience that I had from my brain aneurysm, is to not be so stressed out all the time. Not just stress about everything. Everything doesn't have to be a big deal, y'all. Everything don't have to be World War III. Everything doesn't have to be your end all, be all. There is a way around everything. Always. Mm-hmm. And the one way that I learned, for me especially, is through God. You know what I mean? And that's the only way I feel like, in my path that I'm on, that I'm going to make it, and have the faith to know that everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be serene, and everything is going to be blissful.
Boom.
Period.
So your cousin asks, did my accident make me push harder and branding yourself, etc.? I was so proud when Ky'Anna started Serenity Bliss. So for me, the car accident, which is separate from this injury on my knee, but the car accident, as I was saying before, it made me appreciate life just in general, mm-hmm. because my life could have been gone.
Exactly.
In regards to my knee injury, it made me start being more aware of things to do and not to do, because I am a brand, and I don't want to, let me go out here and play football with the kids and then have an injury. And now I have to call 15 clients and say, unfortunately, I can't DJ your event.
So it made you be more mindful about the how far your body can go as an older man.
I'm not 23.
Yeah, we not no young spring chickens no more.
No.
For real. We cannot move the same thing. It's just not the same. We the aunties and uncles now, y'all.
Oh my God.
Right.
She just said uncle. So I'm still getting, even though I am an uncle, but I'm still getting used to the fact that one of my Beat District radio fans, shout out to Shantae Love, check her out in Taji. They have Bigger Than the Stage. It's a comedy podcast every Thursday at 12 noon. Check it out, Beat District Radio. But she always calls me Unc now.
I mean,
turn it back around. Okay. There you go.
I keep messing this up.
There you go.
Right here.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
But yeah, so she calls me Unc now, and my wife dies laughing every time I tell her. I'm like, yep, it's official.
It is official. We just the aunties and the uncles now, y'all. Let's move out the way and let these millennials happen.
The cousin says yes, because she, talking about you, teaches me this often. I guess in regards to remembering that she's not 23 years old.
Oh, that we not spring chickens no more?
Yeah. And then show ain't.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what, that experience, well, both experiences taught me. But it's something that I always keep in mind too, especially when I was going through my rehab and everything, that my mom left and in the bedroom, because I had to be in bed, the first couple of weeks after my surgery, because I had to have ice packs on all the time. I had to have this machine hooked up to me. So because after the surgery, I had to have certain things go on around.
What was the machine doing? Like massage your muscles or something?
I can't recall what it was. It was just annoying, but it had to help the proper circulation. So I don't get
it was a circuit. There was a purpose
so I
of
don't
it.
Get a blood clot.
Okay.
So I had to have that on my knee every night, and it was so irritating.
Did it hurt?
No, it was just loud and annoying and uncomfortable. But my mom said, or had something posted in a room, one day at a time, sweet Jesus. One day at a time.
That's a good one.
Sweet Jesus.
That's a good one.
Because truthfully, that's all we can do is
that's all you
one day at a time.
And that's it.
So a whole lot, adversity can teach you a whole lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
A whole lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
So and she says, let's see here. No, she teaches me the importance of being calm and serene. Got to choose your battles. We know we're old.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'll be on her about that. She knows. No.
Oh, we got Ky'Anna the creator.
That's my sister.
That's what's up. That's what's
That's
up.
my little sister. That's my little sister.
There we go.
That's Ky'Anna the creator. So shout out to Ky'Anna the creator. My sister is a vegan inspired influencer.
Really?
Yes. So if y'all are into, obtaining the vegan lifestyle, she got the whole blueprint, y'all.
There you go.
Ky'Anna the creator. You can find her on.
So let's connect and you go ahead and share.
Oh yeah. Oh, so what I was saying was KY the creator on Instagram. I think it's the same thing on Facebook. If not, sis, just drop your handles.
There we go.
Yeah.
So we're gonna collab or we're gonna talk because the wife and I were talking about doing a different journey. So
she's awesome.
Yeah.
She got a whole. She wrote a whole ebook on it.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's awesome. She also hand makes sea moss.
Okay.
So yeah, y'all get at her healthy lifestyle.
So this moment here is brought to you by Smooth Moments. This part she doesn't have no idea about, but I love to do this with the guests. But this is just certain moments I like to highlight. I'll be doing my research, and I like to highlight certain things and talk about it as we are winding down on this incredible conversation on Smoooth Conversations. And let's talk about this photo. What would you say to this woman?
What did you do?
What would you
I'm
say
scared.
to this woman right here?
Y'all, where did you get this picture from? Oh my God.
The person you are now, what would you say to that person on that photo?
Y'all, this was okay. So I'm glad you pulled this little friend and found this, because this was an example of this is actually display of a few months, y'all, after I just said I went in the bathroom and just chopped my hair off. This is what I end up looking like, right? I end up looking like that. And that was like the beginning of my renewal, y'all. That's what that was.
Wow.
Yes. And I felt good at that time because I felt like I was coming closer to my calling. Yeah.
Okay.
Did they answer that?
That's what's up.
Did they answer that?
Well, I did ask.
Okay, what was the question?
What would you say to that woman?
Oh, what do I say to her? I would say, girl, you made it. Honey, you made it. You did. Everything that you thought that you could not accomplish, you did. Everything that you thought that was so far-fetched, you accomplished. And we still got a ways to go. But where you are right now, honey, you never even thought that you would have even been there. You thought it was so far-fetched. You thought it was so gone. You didn't even see it being tangible. But now it's tangible.
And let's talk about this one right here.
Oh my God. Why are you doing me like that? Why are you doing me like this? Okay, so this, y'all, is going back to even before the one that Fred just showed. Was like, this was the one like maybe like a month or two before I went in the bathroom and just chopped everything off.
A month or two. Wow.
Yeah, this was when I was still wanting a little fake hair, a little quick weave, all that. That was a little quick weave right there. That was the last time I had fake hair in my head. Like
that's crazy.
Right. That is crazy. I cannot believe he just pulled up these pictures. My baby was, that had to be about at least 19. Y'all, this was about 19 years ago.
Wow.
Yes.
Let's talk about this photo.
Oh, that's my squad. Those my boys. I
know.
Yeah, those my boys. That's my squad, y'all. That's my tribe. So I have 4 boys. and one girl, but you know, the girl is not in this photo. This is a photo that I chose to take with my boys. So at the bottom right there, that's Keon. He's 23. That's my oldest. He just got his CDL. Shout out to Keon. We got Ezra, Nehemiah, and Zach. That's my tribe. That's my tribe. That's Diane. That's my only daughter, y'all. She had just got awarded by the mayor for winning the Black Heritage Awards, y'all. They had a lot of young kids submit essays, you know, for Black History Month, and she won.
Hey, now.
Yeah, and the mayor awarded her certificate, and she won $500.
Go ahead, then. And I know this mama made you this even more proud.
Yes, that was her graduation day from Cornerita. Yeah, that was one of the greatest moments of my life, honey.
And as an entrepreneur, talk about being a mother of five. I'm sorry, mother of 5.
Yeah.
Talk about that, because I know that it wasn't easy. I have 2 kids, so I have so much respect for those that have more.
Yeah.
But talk about that single Black woman raising 5 kids.
Well, I didn't raise them all alone. You know,
or having 5.
You mean having them?
Yeah.
Having them. Oh, that was a task. That was a task, especially the last 4, because it was kind of more so just like back to back to back to back. I feel like I never really fully gave my body time to like heal and get back to normal. You know, just to go outside of like that postpartum. I never really could actually like get out, because once I had one, I'm having another one. Then I had one, and I had another one. You know what I'm saying? But I was married at the time. You know, I was married. We was building a family. You know, so it was okay. But that doesn't mean it was a lot. It was really a lot to bear. And to be honest with you, I think that had a lot to do with pushing me into my aneurysm. Yeah.
Do you feel that marriage is still something that you want to do again?
It would have. Okay. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I was getting ready to lie real fast, so it could just sound good. But I'm like, no, this is not why we're here. You know, we having a real conversation, right? So I'm gonna keep it real. I was gonna give the status quo answer as, oh yeah, of course I would love to have that, you know, whatever. But my reality is, it's not something that that I am so quickly to like say that that's what I want to jump into. I've done that already. You know what I mean? I'm not opposed to it, but I would have to be like blissfully happy to make that type of commitment again. Yeah.
I got you. So let's go ahead and continue on with smooth moments. And let's talk about this one right here.
What? Oh my God. Isha, where you at? I hope she's still on her. Cause that's her. That's her right there with the big scissors.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the best friend. And this was our grand opening day of the boutique, y'all. Oh my God. This was such a beautiful day. The energy was good. Everything was good. Like, this was one of the most amazing days of my life, aside from when I had my children and accomplishments from with my kids.
And being a Smoooth Conversation.
But yes, y'all, this was really, oh my God. If you can see in our faces, look at our faces.
Yeah, the joy.
The joy.
Like we did it.
This looked like bliss. This is what bliss looked like. Yeah, we did it. We did that. We put so much hard work into that. Oh, we put so much hard work into that, y'all. And we just felt like that day is when our hard work paid off. Yes. That's my stand in the boutique that I had. Yeah, that's my Serenity Bliss section. It actually, That was in the beginning. Actually involved us in something else. But yes, that was in the beginning. That was me. You see my eye?
Yeah.
You see my lazy eye? Yeah, that was the eye like, and then that was when that was the first time I stood up.
Wow.
That was the first time I stood up after the surgery.
What was your family's reaction just seeing you go through what you were going through? How tough do you feel it was for them to see you like that?
It was really hard for them. I've never seen my sister. My sister Kai, the creator.
Yeah.
She a real tough cookie. Tough.
Yeah.
But that
broke her down.
It broke her down. It almost took her out. I've never seen her that vulnerable like that. And I didn't really understand the love that she had for me that deep until then.
And I thought this moment here was a powerful picture that I had to go ahead and show.
That's her. That's my sister. Yep. That's her. You see how she was just so like, oh, you can see everything I just described. You can see it in the picture. Yeah. I was sedated. I didn't know what was. That's my mama. That's all. You see the little package thing they had on my neck. That's where they was putting the IV at right there.
Wow.
Yeah. That was the day that I actually kind of started moving around.
Yeah.
Yeah. And everybody was so happy.
As you were saying earlier about your brain having to function right. So with the time that you couldn't remember people or things, like you went through that stage, like you can recall who this person was.
I remembered everything.
Oh, okay.
I didn't go through that. Thank God.
You got a comment from Kirby. Ky'Anna, you are amazing.
Destiny. Thank you, Sid.
And also says it was an absolute awesome day. Prime top opening day.
Yeah. So this is Denise. This is who I was describing who specialized in the hats at the boutique.
Okay.
This is her.
Got you. Yeah. Shouts out to you.
Hats off, girl.
Thanks for tuning in to Smoooth Conversations. So I think this last photo is perfect because you've been, of course, it's part of your name. Yeah. And then you went to this spot.
I'm scared because you've been pulling up all what you got.
But you don't have to be scared. But I feel like this is like the perfect photo because of everything that you have gone through. I think this photo is like a perfect representation of overcomer, going through this and saying, here I am. Everything is amazing. Mm-hmm. This photo right there.
Oh, that's what that speaks to you. And with the name in it.
Exactly.
You're right. Yeah.
It was like
I made it. Mama, I made it.
That's it. That's it.
Yes. And Mama, I made it.
So now you got your own restaurant. No.
That's the type of I will next year if I'm on a
Okay.
Okay.
And you know a DJ already for the
DJ already because Greg gonna be on the ones and twos. I'm telling you that.
And she says, going back to your girl, thank you from Hats Off.
Yes. Thank you, Bunch. I love you, girl.
So this has been an amazing conversation.
It has.
I appreciate it. I told you it wasn't going to be an interview. It was going to just be a straight up conversation. You're going to be just fine. and you held things down. So as we are ending this show, did you have any special word that you want to say to the people in that camera right there?
I just want to say, I just want to just please encourage my people to be inspired and be encouraged. I know the world that we living in, y'all, it's not tailor-made for us, but we can make it. We can make it through it. And we always found a way. Our ancestors have always found a way. It's in our blood. And we gonna make it. We're never gonna not be anything, ever. So whatever dreams, aspirations, goals that you have, get to it. It can happen. It's going to happen. And believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in God. And just really embrace the people around you that love on you and that support you. That's how we going to make it through, always.
Perfectly said. So let's take away all the things, you being a mother, you being a survivor, you being an entrepreneur. take a race, Serenity Bliss. Who is Ky'Anna Fields?
Who is Ky'Anna? Ky'Anna is a girl that came from the hood, that had a mother that was very ambitious, that fought her way through the struggles of the hood, that has always believed in herself and always been a survivor. I've always been a survivor. This, me surviving the brain aneurysm, that's a, you know, just a reflection of how my life has always been anyway, because I've always pushed through. I've always been a survivor. And yeah, I just feel like, Fred, why do I?
Good.
Wait, what was we at?
Talking about your
My bad, y'all. I'm long-winded. And my man started doing this.
You fine.
It'll do this, Fred. It'll go like, okay, where was I at?
Talking about sorry. Being a survivor.
Right, but what was the question?
In regards to your special words that you want to say to everyone.
Oh, yes. Okay, yes. Just stay the course. Yeah. Stay the course, y'all. Please stay the course. Don't get discouraged. Let that fear go. Don't let it take a hold of you. Don't let it take a hold of your mind and your body, because fear is a disease, y'all, and it can hold you back from so many different things. But it's not a reality. It's not real. It only exists in your mind. That's it. And once you let that go, you can overcome anything and everything. And I need my people to understand that, because I feel like that when we vibrate, all of us, when we vibrate at our highest, we're going to be that. We're going to influence our young ones to be that. It's going to spread, and it's just going to be a beautiful thing, y'all. So let's embrace who we are. Let's embrace our purpose in life and let that fear go.
There we go. So thank you once again for being on Smoooth Conversation.
No problem. Thank you for having me, Fred.
Let's continue to collab.
Yeah.
Do a lot of amazing things.
Yes.
So I appreciate you.
Yes, I look forward to that.
And for those who tuned in, it's your boy Smoooth with 3 O's. That was another edition of Smoooth Conversations, where the conversations are always smooth. Make sure that y'all go ahead and scan the QR code right now on the top right of your screen and connect with any and all things under the Smoooth Productions umbrella. For those listening on Beat District Radio, definitely go to Smoooth Productions, Smoooth with 3 O's, smoothproductions.com, and see any and all things that your boy Smoooth has to offer. Just want to continue to use the skills that God has blessed me with to do amazing things in this world. Stay tuned next week for another new episode of Smoooth Conversations. Same time, y'all, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Got an amazing guest again, just like tonight, sharing more stories and just having great, smooth conversations. So thank y'all very much. Y'all have a great rest of y'all evening.
Good night.
And week. Stay smooth, y'all. Stay tuned and stay smooth.
What you have just experienced was brought to you by Smoooth Productions. Until next time, stay tuned and stay smooth.